So to preface this video, I just kind of wanted to set the camera up and kind of give a little backstory before you guys watch this vlog. So I kind of want to immerse you guys into how I was feeling that day. Just to set the scene, just imagine, you know, you're all the way from Alabama, 13 hours away. So you get to campus, excited to move in, you just know you're going to be in the quad, and you know, it feels like it's just going to be a movie, like all the other HBCU movies and TV shows you've ever seen, where they have the community living, the sisterhood, all that stuff, plus new construction. That was me. Super excited, just ready to go. What was supposedly supposed to be one of the most exciting days ever in this chapter of my life turned into somewhat of a nightmare. It shouldn't have been this difficult. That's the blanket statement, period, whatever. That's it. It shouldn't have been that difficult. The university itself shouldn't be this difficult. I feel like as an 18-year-old just leaving home, leaving the nest, coming to school, it shouldn't be this hard and it shouldn't be this difficult. I shouldn't be dodging punches every day from my university. I just shouldn't have to do that because it's just ridiculous. There's no reason for me to do that. It's so much unorganization going on, and it's frustrating. And I understand that happens within a lot of HBCUs. That doesn't make it right. It's still a problem. And I guess some of that can be lack of funding, lack of resources, but something's have to change. So I ask again, just imagine you're excited to be here, ready to get life started as a college student. Then you don't have housing. Let's just get into it.
Howard University.
It's move-in day. We made it to Howard University's campus, kinda, not really. We got kicked out the car in typical mother fashion. We were stopped in traffic. I'll insert the clips right here. And so she was like, instead of us just sitting in the car, we should just get out and walk. So here we are, out and walking. To where? We're not really sure. But I guess she'll meet us somewhere. Being out here, it's interesting. I've only been out here once for the college tour 365 days ago, and nothing looks familiar to me. The traffic is still going. We don't know where we're going. We don't know where we are. We don't know what we're doing. We're just out here. I'm just ready to go ahead and get in the dorm, get my stuff in there. It's 11 something. I was supposed to move in at 11 o'clock, but this traffic, no. Hopefully the next time I turn this camera on, we'll be moving in. So it's been about 30 minutes since we got back in the car from walking around. We got kicked out again. No, at least 20 minutes. We were at least 20 minutes.
His 5-minute fast charge.
Yes, he did.
No, he did.
Anyways, we got kicked out again. My mom said we need to go get this dorm key. I don't know. I guess we just walk around the facility, see what it's like. Because we still gonna wait a while because the traffic is gruesome.
About what?
We moved about 20 feet within that time we were sitting in the car, so it is what it is.
All these walkers.
This is just a moving acknowledgement, basically saying you moved in today or you're moving in today. Don't sign this by staff. And don't forget to put your signature down there. You guys are listening. Good. Hey, babe, I'm not sitting up too. What happened if you got another key in here? Thank you.
And then just go in there and tell her I don't have it.
Your name.
And it was at this moment that I knew this was going to turn into a circus. So I found my place to check in and finally get my room key, but they don't have my room key because there's only one of them, and if I get it, then they don't have another one to give a copy to my roommate. So now I have to go in the building, find the GA, and tell her my situation. But she said my room should be open, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm not really worried about it right now. My biggest fear right now is telling my mother this information because I know she's going to be upset and she's going to make me get upset a little bit, and it's just going to be an overall just hassle. The laundry room, kind of small, not really what I was expecting. It's got a vending machine. I guess you can get some snacks while you wait for your clothes. Refrigerator, water, not stocked yet. Interesting. I think that's College 101.
It's free.
Oh yeah, it's free at FAMU. It was not free, it was like $2.
Not free. Right?
Lounge. We'll go back there later. The showers, these are nice. Detachable shower heads. So, I want to just pause it right here to give a little bit more information. As you guys can see, I don't have the key to the dorm, and I'm going on a wild goose chase. The next clip you're about to see is footage from the Office of Housing, Res Life, whatever they want to be called. To backstory, backpedal a little bit, I went to the RA's office where they told me to either A, wait for a key, or go in the dorm and just check and see if it's unlocked and I can just walk in. Okay, so walking in, touring the facilities, getting so excited. Oh, it's so nice, so new. Get to my door, that's supposed to be mine, and somebody's already moved in. I can't get in, it's locked. But I see her name all in construction paper on the door. She's got a big old whiteboard sign about this big with her whole bio, what her name is, her major, her grade, and all that. And I see that she's a senior, and I'm just like, question mark. So I go back down to the RA's thing, and the new problem is not just where's the key that you guys are making, but why is my roommate some senior that was not listed as my roommate on StarRes? Then they get into cahoots about that. They don't know. But then they're still waiting for that master key. So I'm like, okay. And then I just decided, you know what? Let me just skip these. Let's go higher up. Let's go to the Res Life office. Got to the Res Life office. Mind you, my roommate, my actual scheduled roommate, has been calling and texting me saying, hey, get here. They kicked us out, all this. And I'm like, no way. There's no way they kicked us out. We're just going to get this key that they're going to make, and it's all going to be good. There is no way I got kicked out of a dorm I was assigned to. No way. So I'm in Res Life talking to the lady, and I put in a little work order about getting a new key, and she's like, it's okay. I forget her title, like the GA or the housing manager, whatever her title is, she's like, she's a new girl, she's still new to this, just put it in on the work order and we'll have it to you in an hour. So I'm like, okay. And I go back to the RA's thing with I'm with my mom too. She got out the car by this time, and we're like, okay, so where's the master key? Where's the master key that we were promised? It's been an hour, all that stuff. And then here comes the girl who was in my room. Turns out she's a RA. She's like, oh yeah, that's my room. And long story short, in a polite way, she just told us I couldn't have the room. It was hers, designated for RAs only. Silly mistake. Bottom line, I'm kicked out. And after 3 hours of sitting in Res Life, fighting with the people, demanding answers, just answers, a straightforward answer. 3 hours later, Dr. Cynthia Evers, Vice President of Student Life Activities, delivered this PR spiel. Take a look.
You didn't deserve this, and I apologize especially to the students, the females, who will still have the opportunity to be a part of the ladies of the choir. When will this construction be ready? I don't want to put anything out there. The date that they're telling us is not in stone, and I'm going to, before I share you the in stone date, I will get it in writing from the construction company. But we're looking at in January, so that means that you have to spend a semester at the most in the Bethune Annex, and should you choose to go into the connectors, into the quad, then that's the case.
Make construction happen madly.
It is.
Now, after she delivered that spiel, of course, that sent the parents and students alike into an uproar in that office. And there were complaints about how you knew better, which they did. They knew how many students they admitted, and they knew how many females they admitted. I'm not sure if you guys heard this part, but she said this incoming class of 2023 was 75% female. Now, we all know how bad the Howard ratio is when it comes to boys to girls and all that stuff, but 75% of girls. And you knew that from the day you sat there and looked at all those application files. You knew from the students you accepted back in December, all the students you accepted, all the females you accepted. And you knew back in March when you did it again, all the females you accepted and all the men you accepted. And you also knew the state of your housing. You knew you had a dorm under construction that you really, it appears to be, weren't putting in any type of hustle to make sure it could be ready and done by August. I didn't have time to continue vlogging after this, as I was still going back and forth with these people. But eventually, a man named Dr. Kenneth Holmes, I believe, he's also vice president of something something something, he came and delivered his own speech about how he's working hard and we're going to get it done within the next 5 minutes. And then some other lady came in with a piece of paper wanting us to put our names down on the list. And so finally, I just stopped sitting in that holding room and I went to the back, wherever they were, where those people were. It's like a set of double doors that you got to go through. So I went back there, and that's when I finally saw a change. I got assigned to the Bethune Annex in a single, which, I mean, it's cool, but it's not quad. Let's just go through the footage of this dorm when I got in here, because it was not really up to my living standards. It's not the worst, but it could be better.
There's a sink in the room. Sink. Give you a one drop per account. You start the full line.
Then another thing, this is an upperclassman dorm, so, and it's suite style, so it's much different from what I expected from being in the quad. It is impersonal, I guess would be a good adjective to describe it. The students are nice if they speak to you, you know, which is another northern thing I don't want to talk about right now, about how people just they don't talk back, or they don't smile when you, whatever, I digress. But it's, I chose the word impersonal because you can't see each other. You can, but it takes a lot more effort. You know, when you go in the suite, you have to open the door, and then you have your own common area and then your own room. So I barely see my suite mates sometimes, because first of all, we're on different schedules. When I'm in, they're out, when I'm vice versa and all that stuff. But also, like, it's hard to keep doors open. You know, you go through one door here, another door there. It's just hard to know what's going on, and it's not designed to be as community-like as the other dorm. That's the first thing, and it is a little old too. I got this fan back here. If I move it, you can see my busted little thermostat. Can y'all see that? I tried to hide it. It's old. It doesn't have a knob to turn it on and off, so it's constantly on. It doesn't work. Electricity was buzzing through it yesterday. I had to call the maintenance man to come and fix it. He's got to order a new part for me. So yeah, I got a little busted AC thermostat. My outlets don't work over there. The sink, I don't think I recorded that, but when I turned that water on, it was pitch black. It was nasty. It was pitch black. The water that was coming out that sink was pitch black. It's disgusting. And I don't even have cold water. It's either piping hot water or no water at all. I can't. But according to the residence life people, this is a temporary assignment. And when I asked the lady to define temporary, she was saying it could be weeks. I'm sure you heard Dr. Evers talk about how it could be soon, or it could be all the way till next semester. I haven't even thoroughly unpacked all my stuff, really haven't been excited about being here. I just kind of feel like, you know, this is just a checkpoint, if you will, before I get to where I want to be, because I really don't want to be here. I mean, it's not bad at all. Maybe if I were a sophomore, I'd have different energy towards it, but I did not want my freshman experience to be like this. I wanted that community quad style, and I'm not getting those vibes here. I guess I'll just wrap up the video here. Leave a comment down below. Share your stories if you're going through something similar. Let me know. I want to hear about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one.